The Viano has been on the streets of Europe for over 4 years now. Today, as an exception, it goes into the workshop because sun and panorama roof should be replaced. However, first to the emergency release. If the electric motor of the sunroof doesn't work, then the roof can be opened and closed mechanically. To do this, unclip the inside light cover of the roof operating unit, and you gain access to the plastic fixture. Now insert and turn the release key, and the drive of the motor can be moved by hand. Turning the key anti-clockwise opens the roof. Of course, the roof can also be closed again. Turn the key clockwise. It's that simple. The release key is provided as part of the onboard tools. The panorama sunroof of the Viano can also be opened by hand. To do this, remove the trim of the C roof bow and unplug the electric connection of the operating unit. With the release key, we turn the plastic fixture again. And now the sunroof can be opened and closed mechanically. And now we come to the removal of the sunroof. For the first step, we open the roof and bring it into its end position, in order to later reach the fixing bolts. Next, take out the key. Then we remove the screen in the right and left guide rail. The glass roof is fixed to both side rails with 6 micro-encapsulated screws. Undo both screws in the right and left guide rail. With a ladder, we approach both middle screws of the guide rail easily. If the Viano has one, you reach the 2 final screws of the guide rail best of all through the panorama sunroof. Now all fixing bolts are unscrewed and the sunroof can be removed. To do this, we press the guardrail slightly outwards and take off the roof. Have a colleague standing by so that everything goes smoothly. Afterwards, we check the rubber seals and renew if required. We clean the guide rails and the slide rails on both sides and coat them with a special lubricant. This has the order number A0009893660 and can be ordered through EPC Net. The installation occurs in reverse order. Attention, for the fastening of the sunroof, new micro-encapsulated screws are required. Only then is the screw protection guaranteed. The panorama sunroof is already open and brought into the final position. While doing this, pay attention to the small springs. Each screen has 2 springs. Next, switch on the ignition and bring the panorama sunroof into the tilt position. Then we take out the screws in the glass roof. These screws are also micro-encapsulated and must be renewed for the reinstallation. Unscrew all together 4 fixing bolts on the right and the left, which hold the glass in the guide rails. Together with a colleague, the panorama sunroof can be removed. Raise the glass roof slightly and then move it backwards out of both sliding rails. Then slide the glass roof forwards into the closed position again. And the panorama roof can be removed. The left and right sliding rail are removed, and we can check and clean the seals. In addition, clean the two sliding rails. Then, using the special lubricant, coat the guide rails and the two removed sliding rails. The installation occurs in reverse order. And now to the sunshade. The removal requires a little tact. Take the sunshade from the right and left guide rail. First, disconnect the sunshade from the left side. To do this, push in the pin from the left side of the sunshade shaft. Now, to stop the shade from relaxing, simply pull out the pin. And the shade can be taken out from the right guide rail. Attention, if the shade does relax, it must be stretched again. And it goes like this. Push in the pin, hold the shaft, and turn the shade anti-clockwise about 10 to 12 times. Afterwards, pull out the shaft, and the shade is protected against relaxing. The shade is tight and can be reinstalled. Push in the pin once more so that the shaft can engage. And the Viano has that open top feeling once more.